there was a point when I was in between jobs. I was working at Morgan Stanley, and things didn't work out there, and I was looking for a new job, and I had. This is kind of one of those crazy things I don't know if I'm willing to admit, but I had worked in the hotel industry for about 9.5 years, so I thought I might go back into the hotel industry. And I thought it was easy. I know it like the back of my hand, so I applied to a hotel downtown, and they really loved me. And I met with the front desk manager, and they escalated me up to the assistant manager. The assistant manager, we love you, took me up to the top floor of the hotel, this like huge hotel, and had me meet with the general manager. And everybody was like, yeah, like, oh, we're gonna have you start probably next week. We'll get in touch with you, we'll let you know. And you know, everybody at my church knew that I was looking for a job, and they're like, can we pray for you? And I was like, you can, but I've already got the job kind of locked down, you know, like you can pray for me if you'd like, but you know, it's already kind of a done deal. And it was kind of me being arrogant. I didn't realize I was being arrogant or prideful. I just figured I had it done and I didn't need God's help on this situation, you know? And a week had passed, and still no call from the hotel, which was really strange. You know, they had told me I'd start right away, and then another week went by, and I got an email from HR, and they said, you know, thank you for your application. We really loved you. We wish you could have started, but we decided, you know, we're going to wait on hiring for that position. And at that time, I was like, what do I do? I was like out of a job. I thought this was a sure thing, and I remember getting that email. And in that morning, I prayed, I repented, I said, God, I'm so sorry. I was arrogant, and, you know, I thought I didn't need you, and, you know, I'm so sorry. I don't know what your plan is for me, and I'm not used to not working. It was so weird to me, and that, you know, I didn't know what I was going to do. And so I said, God, I trust you. I don't know what your plan is for me, but I trust you. I have nothing else lined up. I'm just going to trust you on this. And, you know, I just went about my day, and that afternoon I get a phone call from JP Morgan. And it was a job I had applied for like 2 months prior, and I didn't get the job. And that afternoon I got the call from, his name was Andrew, and Andrew says, hey, David, how are you doing? You know, I know you applied for this other job like 2 months ago, you didn't get it, and I was thinking about you. We actually had another position come up, and we've been trying to find somebody for that position. We've tried like 4 different applicants, and none of them fit, but I thought of you, and I figured I'd give you a call and see if you wanted to, if you were interested, if you were still looking for a job, if you can come in and meet with these advisors. And I was like, this is crazy. I didn't even apply for this job. This is so crazy. And sure enough, like I went to the office for that interview, and I met with 4 different advisors, and they hired me on the spot. And I was like, that's so wild. You know, I didn't apply for this job. And I talked to one of the guys who was hiring me, and like later down the road, and he said that I knew the moment you walked in, like you were the guy for the job. And I was just like, that's so crazy, you know? Like, who would have thought, you know, all this stuff. And so like, I just know that God follows through with all of these things. And he, you know, even when I don't know what his plan is, like he's got me covered, he's got my back, you know? And yeah, I mean, it's incredible. And I'm excited to kind of see where he leads me next, even though I don't know, you know?